Good evening, everyone. This is your evening news recap, your nightly news podcast on all the news that I come across throughout the day, giving you my take as somebody who aspires to be a politician in the near future. Hopefully, all you guys are doing wonderful. Hopefully, all you guys are doing well. Today is October 2nd, and it is Thursday, also known as my Friday, which is great because it's been a long week. So I am excited for the weekend, that is for sure. Outside of that, though, hopefully, all you guys are doing well. It's been a very interesting day in the news world, a slow one, but a very interesting one nonetheless. So hopefully all you guys are doing wonderful, and hopefully all you guys had a wonderful day at work or school or whatever you do in your free time. Because it's good to have the good things going on in life. Outside of that, though, hopefully all you guys are doing well. I know I say that a million times, but if you're new here, please consider subscribing. All the support is greatly appreciated as we try to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we can do that. We are at 350 right now. Round of applause! Thank you everyone who has subscribed so far. It's only 150 more. We got 2 months to go. I think we can do that. I think we can get it done. So if you're new here, please subscribe. All the support would be greatly appreciated. And if you're on Substack, please also consider subscribing. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in college, like food, like clothing, like all of that. But if not, you can always subscribe for free. I truly do appreciate all forms of support. It means the world to me. Thank you guys for watching. And let's get into the news from today. Moving on into the Trump administration segment, as we do, the first topic we have today is Trump has told Congress that the U.S. is at war with drug cartels. Trump and his administration has determined that the United States is in an armed conflict with drug cartels. His administration has designated as terrorist organizations. The notice also says that Trump has determined that smugglers for cartels are unlawful combatants and has given the Department of Defense the authority to strike boats within the Caribbean. They believe that are transporting drugs. The notice did not name a group targeted in specific, but Trump claimed that the first strike was against suspected smugglers affiliated with the Tren de Araguan gang. Does this mean we're actually going to crack down on fentanyl and drugs in this country? Because as far as I can tell, things like fentanyl are still all over the streets. We are doing nothing to stop the flow of drugs or anything at all. And do you want to know why? It's because US citizens are the ones who predominantly bring drugs across the border, whether they're affiliated with the cartel or not. That's a fact. The US citizens are a majority of those who bring that over, or it's being shipped in by boats from China, which they claim the tariffs are stopping, but I do not see any less people on fentanyl in my day to day life, and I see quite a few. I want to be completely honest. I see quite a few. Instead, we have to pay more for day to day necessities like food, like clothing, like toilet paper, like all of the things that make, life more expensive when it comes to tariffs, which isn't great because so many of us cannot find a job in day to day lives. There are more unemployed people in this country right now than there are jobs available, which is a massive problem that this administration is still not fixing. So, my question is America great yet? Because we never really were in the first place. And I don't see it getting any better right now. In fact, I see it getting worse. In other news, Trump has fully embraced Project 2025. Trump is embracing Project 2025 in a new post on Truth Social. In his post, he wrote, I have a meeting today with Russ Vought, he of Project 2025 fame, to determine of which the many Democratic agencies, most of which potentially are a political scam, he recommends to be cut, and whether or not those cuts will be temporary or permanent. I can't believe the radical left Democrats gave me this unprecedented opportunity. They are not stupid people, so maybe this is just their way of wanting to quietly and quickly make America great again. President Donald J. Trump. For one, he's working with the Project 2025 guy right here, so what's going on? You guys all said, Trump's not working with Project 2025. That's a lie. That's not true. Now he's doing it, fully embracing it. I cannot wait for Trump to cut more and more agencies that he has already cut. I mean, these cuts are going to make it harder for you and the people around you to get the resources and assistance you need. And isn't that great? Things like job services, mental health services, and so much more, which have already been cut to the brim, will continue to be cut, which will be a problem when it comes to helping individuals throughout the United States. But hey, I guess it doesn't matter because we need tax cuts for the billionaires, right? This is confirmation that Trump is affiliated with Project 2025 and he is actively using it. So, to all the people who say that he hasn't, I told you so. Okay, moving on into our other news segments. The first topic we have is Israel has intercepted and detained those on the flotilla. Hundreds of activists for Gaza, including Greta Thunberg, have been detained by Israeli forces as the flotilla was carrying aid to Gaza and now has been intercepted and captured. The Israeli Foreign Ministry has announced that those detained will be deported, possibly. Were stopped around 70 nautical miles off of the Gaza coast in international waters, which is not something Israel is allowed to do. Many global leaders have called this out. Turkey's foreign ministry even called it an act of terrorism and called for Israel to be held accountable. These people are trying to get aid to Gaza, where people are dying at massive rates, where children are dying. And yet, at the same time and time again, we see Israel trying to shut that down. And it is absolutely disgusting. Whether it's spewing propaganda throughout social media, whether it's paying creators off to say their bullshit, it's disgusting. It really is. Children are fucking dying in Gaza, and that is disgusting. That is not okay. Children should not be dying anywhere in the world, yet we have children dying in Gaza. And that's not okay. It's not. It is disgusting. What we're seeing in Gaza is a genocide. There is an 80% civilian casualty rate, which is higher than World War II as a whole. I said that yesterday. World War II was a 67% civilian casualty rate, and Gaza is at an 80% civilian casualty rate, which is a problem. It is absolutely disgusting that this continues. It is absolutely disgusting that this has not been stopped. And I will not be surprised that if a global conflict happens, Israel and the Gaza conflict play a huge role in that. In other news, the Supreme Court may hear Maxwell's appeal. Supreme Court justices have met to discuss appeals from their summer sessions, including Ghislaine Maxwell's challenge to her convictions in relations to Jeffrey Epstein. The court will take a small number of those appeals and will announce which ones they will hear. It's very likely Maxwell could make that list. Maxwell's lawyers are arguing that the deal Epstein made with prosecutors in Florida, where the U.S. attorney agreed to not prosecute potential co-conspirators, should apply to one of three counts in Maxwell's case. Maxwell should not be released from prison in any way, shape, or form at all. She is a monster that helped participate in everything that Jeffrey Epstein did, and she deserves to sit in the cell for the rest of her life because of that. She does not deserve special treatment. She does not deserve jack shit. She is a pedophile, and she deserves to sit in prison for the rest of her life, just as anyone within the Epstein files does, because anyone who touches children should go to jail at the bare minimum. Said that time and time again. I'm going to continue to say that because that is the truth. I fully believe it. These people are disgusting criminals who do not deserve to walk free within society, and they deserve to be in prison. In other news, ICE will be attending the Super Bowl. ICE officers will be attending the Super Bowl in 2026, where Bad Bunny is set to perform the halftime show, according to Corey Lendowski, however you say that. An advisor at the Department of Homeland Security, Lendowski said, "There's nowhere that you can provide a safe haven to people in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you, we will apprehend you, we will put you in a detention facility, and we will deport you. So know that this is a very real situation under this administration, which has been completely contrary to how it used to be." The fear factor ICE is using is absolutely insane, genuinely. Most people cannot afford to go to the Super Bowl. In fact, the tickets are extremely expensive. I doubt most people will ever get to go to a Super Bowl in their life, and that sucks. I mean, that sucks. The Super Bowl is one of the coolest events for NFL fans throughout the year, one of the biggest events, throughout the United States throughout the year. And it sucks that that will not be the case. I really hope my Browns get to go to a Super Bowl one day, and if they do, maybe I'll shell out the money for that if I can afford it. But that's only wishful thinking. I don't think we're going to get there anytime soon. But I got faith for Shador Sanders. He will be good. Um, Outside of that, though, we are blatantly really just giving ICE agents free tickets to a Super Bowl here. That's really what we're doing. I mean, they are not going to do anything at a Super Bowl. They are not going to be detaining people at a Super Bowl. That is not going to happen. This is genuinely the stupidest thing I have ever heard. Genuinely. It is all, I mean, blatant scare tactics. to try and scare people and to make them stressed out and to make them worried about their day to day lives, to make them worried if they are able to do the things that they need to do to live. That's all it is. I mean, ICE is a failing agency who receives more government funding than some military branches. I mean, I've said that before and I'm going to keep saying it because it's a fact. And they still cannot meet quotas. They still cannot hire agents. They still cannot do the things that they claim they need to be doing. It is clear that they are a failing agency. They do not deserve to have the amount of funding they get, and they are a waste of taxpayer dollars. Genuinely. I mean, they're buying robots to fill the roles of officers. Like, come on. It is a failing agency that needs to be shut down. With that being said, though, thank you everyone for watching this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. It has definitely been a very interesting day in the news world, that is for sure. Outside of that, though, hopefully all you guys are doing well. I'm doing all right. It's been a very rough week, but we're making it through. We're making it by day after day. Hopefully next week will be a better one. Hopefully the Browns win this weekend. We beat the Packers. Did not do great last week against the Lions, unfortunately, but hopefully we can get a win this weekend. I believe we are playing the Vikings in London. Excited for that game. I'm going to wake up early for it. So, yeah. Outside of that, though, hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. All the support is greatly appreciated. As mentioned, we are trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year, and I think we can do it. So if you're new here, please subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the news from today. If you're on Substack, please consider subscribing as well. All funds go to me. They help me pay for the things that I need to pay for in college, like food, like clothing, like water. You don't need to pay for water, I guess, but this is a full-time job for me, so all the support is greatly appreciated. The TikTok Creator Fund is not really paying as well as it used to. So yeah. Outside of that, though, hopefully all you guys are doing well. I truly do appreciate all forms of support on this content. It means the world to me that so many of you continue to watch my episodes day after day. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode, and I will see you all